Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to Get Hit with the Truth. So today we're doing the What's Next on former WBC Super Welterweight Champion Tony Harrison, as Harrison's coming off of his fourth pro defeat at the hands of Tim Tszyu, as Tszyu stopped him in the late rounds as they competed for the WBO interim Super Welterweight title at 154 and a chance to potentially fight Charlo. Before we get into Tony Harrison, if you guys could smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate any and all support, guys. Just trying to build my channel up. Hope you guys can understand and show me some of that love. And if you don't like what I'm doing, thumbs down, leave me a comment, let me know what you don't like, or we can go back and forth. I'm cool with it. So anyways, back to Tony Harrison. So Harrison, you know, if Harrison would have thrown more right hands instead of just being jab happy, he would have done well, because his jab was doing well, but he was just throwing one jab or pop pop, and there was no right hand that followed. And Tim Tszyu just figured him out and just broke Tony Harrison down. He really did. Harrison fought hard, he did well, but he just couldn't keep up with Tim Tszyu. And, you know, and it just, him not being able to throw that right hand, like unleash it, really hurt him. And it helped Tim Tszyu just pile up the points and just break down Tony Harrison. And that cost him. But now, at his age now, following that loss, you know, Tony Harrison, 32 years old. The big question is, what's next for him coming off of another loss? And I don't know. That's going to be tough. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at a couple things. Wouldn't be surprised if Tony Harrison decides to call him quits. I don't think he will. I think he's going to come back and make one last run for it. But also, does he still want to compete at 154? He's been a career junior middleweight. Why not test out the waters at middleweight? You know, see what's up over there. It's kind of a wide open division. Test it out, see what you can do, and go from there. I mean, I think that's a possibility. But I really don't see Tony Harrison jumping in there against a top 10 guy next. But I'm going to run down the top 10 for some possibilities real fast and see what I think. Jermell Charlo, undisputed champ, a third fight, not going to happen. Charlo's going to fight Tim Tszyu next, almost for sure. Brian Castano, former champion. Not a bad matchup right here, but does Tony Harrison want to come back and fight a guy with Brian Castano's kind of style coming off of a knockout loss? I don't see it. Sebastian Fundora, would love to see the fight. I doubt Tony Harrison goes after a guy with Fundora's style and his ability. I don't think this fight happens next. Erickson Lubin, former world champion. He's fighting up at 160 in his next fight. I don't think Tony Harrison would be opposed to it in the future if he decides to go to 160, but it's not the kind of opponent he wants in his first fight back coming off a knockout loss. Tim Tszyu in a rematch. Not going to happen. Tim Tszyu just stopped him. No need for a rematch, and that is not in the cards. You got Magomed Kurbanov, undefeated contender. Would love to see it, but I doubt it happens. I really doubt that happens. I just don't think I don't think Harrison would want to fight a guy like Kurbanov, and I'm not sure if Kurbanov is looking for that fight next. Liam Smith, former world champion. He's up at 160 now too, following that knockout win over Chris Eubank Jr. Then you got Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia would be interesting. That'd be an interesting matchup. I know they talked about that before. I think Tony Harrison, if he was going to fight anybody in the top 10, it would be Danny Garcia, a guy like him. But I'm leaning towards the less likely that it happens now that he's coming off a loss. And then Terrell Gausha, interesting matchup. Wouldn't completely rule it out. But again, I think Tony Harrison not going to want a guy like Gausha next, coming off of a knockout loss. So for Tony Harrison, it's highly unlikely to me that he fights a top 10 guy coming off of a knockout loss. Now, if he wants to right a couple wrongs, why not fight Bryant Perella, who he fought to a draw with like I think it was in 2021. Why not fight him in a rematch? Go shake off your knockout loss with a win over him, or just test the waters at middleweight and take on an opponent you can beat. Be that as it may, I really don't think we're going to see Tony Harrison back until maybe the end of the year, and it might not even be that soon. So we'll see what happens. But I still like Tony Harrison. I'd love him to give it one last run to see what he's got. And I would prefer to see him move up to 160 and test the waters there, but we got to see how that goes. But that's it. That's what I got. That's my what's next on former 154-pound champion at super welterweight Tony Harrison, following a knockout loss to Tim Tszyu. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.